All right, people, Mr. Right here with lesson 3 for the tuba. For this lesson, we'll only be using the tuba mouthpiece to buzz a low pitch and an upper pitch. And we'll be, the note values we'll be playing is a whole note for 4 beats, a half notes for 2 beats, and quarter notes for 1 beat apiece. And then, of course, we'll also use the corresponding rest values as well. And I'll explain that as we go along. So this first pitch right here is a low B flat that we have. We probably will not hit that low pitch. It's hard to hit that pitch on just a mouthpiece without the resonance of the tuba. So we're going to play maybe slightly higher. But if you were playing with the band and they were hitting that low, say the band director wanted them to play actually the concert pitch B flat, that's the note you should try to strive for. And you kind of lip it down without the rest of the tuba. But it'd be kind of hard to do that. So we're going to play a little bit higher just to make it a bit easier for us. So this first note is a low B flat. If you were playing the tuba, it would be no valves down and just a really relaxed, like the lowest pitch you could play. And of course, this whole note for 4 beats, the whole note takes up the whole measure in 4/4 time signature, and it's going to get 4 beats. And that's what these 4 arrows represent here, the 4 beats of that measure. Then it's followed by a whole note rest for 4 beats of silence. Then we're going to play this upper pitch, the F, which would be also open valves on the tuba. And then we just go back and forth. So let's try number 1. We're not going to hit a low B flat. We'll probably hit this pitch right here just with your lips relaxed. Just yeah, we'll go with that one. That's a basic. So if you just relax your lips completely. And I started the pitch, the buzzing with my tongue going like, and so that's with my lips relaxed away from my teeth. To get the upper pitch right here, you're going to firm your lips up against the teeth to firm them up. You're not going to smile like this. You're just going to kind of keep the corners of your mouth firm and just flex those lips, the muscles in your lips, up against the teeth to make it more firm. It'll make the vibrating surface smaller, causing the pitch to go up. Also, you can arc the back of your tongue so as to say ta-yi. By doing this, you'll make the air pass over the tongue faster, causing the lips to buzz faster, causing a higher pitch. So let's play the low pitch, then the high pitch. All right, so let's try number 1. And I've got my metronome set to 90 beats per minute instead of 80 so that we can kind of move things on a little bit faster. So here's number 1. 1, 2, 3. Rest, 2, 3. Then relax your lips away from the teeth again. Then firm your lips up for this next note. All right, that's number 1. Now, number 2, now we're going to try some half notes. These will only last for 2 beats apiece, as it notated in this second measure. So you play this whole note for 4 beats in the first measure. Second measure will go ta, ta. Then we'll go for the upper note right there, a whole note for 4 beats. Then it's followed by half notes. Now this low B flat here, that's the pitch, but the whole note, the fact that it's a whole note, is the note value. So the note value is how long you hold it. The pitch is the pitch of it, how high or low it sounds. And of course, this is going to be a higher pitch, this F. Of course, we're playing a little bit higher than all this because these low notes are kind of hard to hit, as I said, without the tuba. So here comes number 2. 1, 2, 3. And of course, also, when you put the tuba on the end of this thing, there's a little bit more resistance and resonance, so you won't have to take as many breaths. So if you're feeling a little bit lightheaded, that will be fixed once you put the tuba on there, or once you put the mouthpiece in the tuba, I should say. All right. So number 3 here, we have a half note low pitch B flat for 2 beats, and then we have a half note rest for 2 beats of silence. notice this half note rest only takes up half the measure. And that's how you can tell the difference between a whole note and a half note. This takes up the whole measure, so it must be a whole note rest. And this is a half note representing a half note rest. So another way you can tell, of course, the proper way to tell, is that this whole note rest is dangling from the second line from the top, or the fourth line, I should say. And then, of course, the half note rest is sitting on top of the third line, or the middle one of the staff. So let's try number 3 now, this half note, low pitch B flat for 2 beats, and then 2 beats of silence for the half note rest. Ready? Number 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then number 4, and this is just different combinations of these half notes, half note rest, etc. So here's number 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Now, that was number 4. Notice that half note is like it's round just like a whole note, except it's got the stem. Now, these quarter notes here in number 5, they got the stem, but they're solid on the inside, making them quarter notes. They only receive 1 beat apiece in 4/4 time signature. So it'd be ta, 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 ta. Then these are quarter note rest for 1 beat apiece of silence. Rest, 2, 3, 4. And as you're playing along, you want to be counting in your mind so you don't get lost. That way you can kind of look at the whole measure as like a word. You'll say, oh, straight rest. I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've played it, except you don't want to rush. So let's try number 5 now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's number 5. Number 6 starts off with a whole note, then 2 quarter note Fs back down to the low pitch. And again, if you're going to go to a higher pitch, you're going to firm your lips up against the teeth. To go to the lower pitch right here, you're going to relax your lips away from the teeth. So here comes number 6. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I had to swallow in the middle of that exercise. And number 7, we got 2 B flats, quarter notes, 1 beat apiece, followed by a quarter note rest. Okay, so here comes number 7. 1, 2, 3. Right, and then this should be number 8. So sorry for not putting that number there. 1, 2, 3. Two, 3. 2, 3. All right, so you have to kind of keep track. You got to count to 4 basically in every single measure that you play. So that should give you a good idea as to how to play lesson 3 on the tuba.